I hear my neighbors in the hallway and they scared me. Good morning. It is like 7:45 right now on Monday morning. I've been up since 5 because that is the entrepreneur life. Well, Saturday was an interesting day. I went to the Taylor Swift concert, and that is like the most exciting thing that can ever happen. It was so good. And here's a tidbit about the entrepreneur life: is when you're first starting out, you're broke. So my ticket was, I was not in the last row. I was in the second to last row, like way up in the nosebleeds. But when you're like, I just feel like when you're a fan of someone, like it wasn't about how close can I be to the stage or can I meet her or anything like that. Like, no, I didn't meet anybody. I had to spend $10 on a drink, but I was in the room. I saw the Reputation tour. So that is what a true fan does, is even if they're broke, they scrounge up the money to buy a seat way up in the nosebleeds and they get there. And I was there, and you can't ever take that away from me. So if you spent $10, it came in the souvenir cup, and then you could just get free refills the entire concert. I'm like, okay, sounds like a good deal. Plus a souvenir Taylor Swift cup. Like I have to have that, you know, because I'm assuming I'm at the Taylor Swift show, I'm gonna get a Taylor Swift cup. Well, that is not true. Apparently there are not Taylor Swift cups, because I was really disappointed when I paid $10 and I got this Houston Livestock and Rodeo, no, what is it? The Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo cup. And not only is it not a Taylor Swift cup, it's a Livestock and Rodeo Show cup. It's not even from this year, it's from 2016. This is clearly like leftover. Anyway, I got my drink, it was fine. But yeah, so just if you ever go to a Taylor Swift concert at the NRG Stadium, don't think that your souvenir cup is going to be a Taylor Swift souvenir cup. So anyway, big exciting things are happening today. First of all, I'm going to try something new that I've always wanted to do, so I'm excited about it, and hopefully it turns out well. Which is, I'm gonna vlog. I'm gonna vlog every day in the month of October, and just kind of share piece by piece what I'm working on. I don't know, I just thought maybe seeing someone start from the beginning, like what does that actually look like? And I just thought it might be cool and give me something else to work on by doing these vlogs about it. So I'm gonna vlog every day in the month of October. So my first book is out. It is available on Amazon for your Kindle. And that was such an interesting and good experience. Tough. I've always been a writer. Like, I started writing my own stories when I was like 6 years old. Basically, as soon as I knew how to write, I was writing stories. And my goal is not, I'm not trying to like sell any new books or like make a living as a writer. I think that any creative person can probably understand the sentiment of, like, you just have to create it because it's something that's inside of you that you want to get out. It's a story that you want to tell. But actually having to have the discipline to get it out in a way that is, you know, hopefully enjoyable for people, thought-provoking for people. And now I am starting on my second book, and I'm glad that so my first one is a children's book. It's kind of like a fairy tale with a twist, and like I said, it was just an experience of writing the first book, and it was a story that I just kind of had an idea for and wanted to see through. My next book is not going to be a children's book. It's actually going to relate more directly to what my business is. And so my goal is to write it in the month of October, hopefully have it like edited and out by the end of the month, but we'll see how that goes. I'm going to self-publish again. I'm perfectly happy with doing that. I hope it turns out well, and it's going to tie in with the business. So you'll see over the next month as I write the book, and then get it ready, and then also work on the business aspect of it that's going to tie in. That hopefully will all be ready to launch by the 1st of November, but if not, that's okay too, as long as I gave it my all. So anyway, that's what's going on. I'm going to put in some footage because I filmed a couple videos like over the weekend too, so you can see, because otherwise today's not going to be very exciting. This morning I listened to Joel Osteen's podcast and I listened to Gary Vaynerchuk's. And I really wonder if I am, like, that's my personality in a nutshell, is that I listen to Joel Osteen and Gary Vaynerchuk back to back. I wonder if I'm the only person in the world that has both of those in their subscription feeds. Anyway, now I'm in my kitchen. I'm gonna run out and do some errands. The glamorous life of an entrepreneur. It's pouring rain outside. My rain jacket and umbrella are both in the car. So I'm going to take off my heels so I can run to the car in my Sperry's, change into my heels when I get to my meeting, and just kind of look like a drowned rat because my umbrella and rain jacket are in the car. What I really want to get across, and this kind of just occurred to me as I was sitting here like working on the spreadsheet, is, and this is the message that's in my book, which is coming out on Sunday, is that things don't always look like what you think that they look like. Like when you picture an entrepreneur, like I would have pictured like someone in a business suit going to like meetings and offices, and maybe that was true once, but just because I'm wearing my pajamas and sitting on my couch doesn't mean that I'm not like building a business right now, and I'm working just as hard and using the same skills that I would if I was wearing a pantsuit and sitting in a climate-controlled corporate office right now. So I just wanted to share that you don't ever feel like you're not what you think you are just because it doesn't look like what you think it's supposed to look like. I'm rereading Curtis Sittenfeld's Prep, which is like one of my favorite books ever. If you haven't read it, I've read all of her books. I think she might have a newer one out that I haven't read yet, but I've read all of her other ones. And Prep is definitely my favorite. I've probably read it 3 or 4 times before already. Whether I'm working here at home or if I go to like a Starbucks to work, which I do probably 3 or 4 times a week. But if I'm doing what I'm doing now, which is working on some budgeting stuff, then I'll always have a podcast on, and I try to always make it a business one or a personal development one. So it's Friday when I'm recording this, so I'm listening to Feedback Friday from the Jordan Harbinger show. And if you don't listen to Jordan Harbinger, you should. He's really, really good. And I actually just was talking with him on Instagram the other day, which is really cool. He reached out to me because I had posted something about a really, really good episode of his show, and he reached out to me, and I've had that happen before where celebrities will reach out to me, but I have to say, what I really appreciate about this was it really felt like a good, genuine conversation, like we were going back and forth, and so whatever he's doing works really well because I took a lot away from the interaction, and yeah, so recommend Jordan Harbinger show. Don't mind the hair, it's still wet from my shower, but I'm getting ready because I'm going to a Taylor Swift concert tonight. If you know anything about me, then you know that I am the biggest Taylor Swift fan in the entire world, and getting to go to a Taylor Swift concert is like a kid on Christmas for me, except more special because Christmas comes once a year and Taylor Swift tours don't. So so excited. But anyway, I wanted to share because something exciting is going on. My book is officially available to purchase. There it is. So go buy my book, please.